What's up, pubic rashes? I'm McStud.
Mrs. McStud.
And welcome to the McStud Show.
As I yawn.
Hump Day. You know what a pubic rash is?
No.
It's what you get when you give someone head, and like you deep throat, and then their chin pubes, or no, your chin hits their pubes, and it creates a rash. Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
I guess if you're like muff diving too, the same thing, you know. When the lady has a bush galore, and you get brush burn. What if you had a beard and like intertangled in the pubis regions?
I bet that's really happened.
It probably has. It'd be fun to do though. Go down on someone with some pubes, but put like some super glue on your beard. So when you're down there, it starts getting entangled, and she's like, "I'm done." I'm like, no, you're not, because then you got to rip it away. What? You're taking some lips with you.
Ew. God, that would hurt.
It's like when you're having an Arby's roast beef sandwich, you know, the big one.
That
you
sounds good.
You take a bite and some of the roast beef falls out.
I wonder if that's why my stomach hurts.
Why, because you had roast beef?
No, because I'm hungry.
Oh, you might be, but you had the world's largest salad today.
I didn't eat it all.
Well, it was massive.
I picked it up. I was like, oh my God, this weighs like 1.5 pounds.
Yeah. It's kind of like grabbing Hulk Hogan's cock. You want to play with the little Hulkster.
And the strawberries were surprisingly, because they're out of season. Surprisingly, they were sweet and super good.
Well, I'm glad they got good strawberries. I can't have strawberries on a salad though. This fucks up the whole vibe. Fruit and salad don't go together with me, or fruit salad in general. But on a side note, this cap came off amazingly well. Did you figure your puzzle out?
Yes.
What is it?
Chicks dig rock stars.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's a chicks shovel poop sheriff stars.
No.
Yes, I've seen it. I saw that one online. I had to Google it.
Blah, blah, blah.
I used my Googleizer. What? Anyways, it's hump day, motherfuckers. Hump day. Get it in. Fucking, this is the day you fist your old lady in both holes. Just give her the old piston action. Like the old Chevy. You know, a little oil goes a long way for an engine.
Because my hip flexors have had enough today.
Well, they need flex more.
No,
they need
don't.
a good stretching. You got to get a deep burn in the hammies.
And they even made me sick to my stomach.
That's not good.
No.
That's how you know you're getting old. What are you, about 38 now? 39? What? I mean,
I'll have to slap you on camera.
I wish you would.
And then there's evidence.
Domestic assault. I swear, officer, I did not touch her. It's on camera. We were doing a video. There was drinking involved. Oh, so there was drinking involved. Yes, sir. Were you drunk? No, we just started drinking. I'll have to see the evidence, because right now you're guilty. That's how it works with bitches. They can beat the shit out of a dude, and
No, I'd say, nope, I did.
what happens is, if you block a shot from someone hitting you, and it hits their arm, then they got a bruise. And then it doesn't matter after that. You left a bruise on them, even though you were defending yourself, and you're going to jail. Actually, you might both go to jail, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're just defending yourself. That's why bitches shouldn't hit dudes, unless they just got it coming. I'm talking about the bitches that are like, just physically abusive in general, like some asshole dudes are to women.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just want to beat on a dude for no reason. Yeah.
I bet there are women out there like that.
There are. I've seen videos of the shit. It's crazy. Like, what the fuck? Dudes just be sitting there taking these fucking shots to the face, losing a tooth. All over a fucking TV show.
Oof.
I'm like, I'm sorry, you wanted to watch Judge Judy. I saw Inside Edition. What? Oh, remember that time we got in a brawl over Ricky Lake? Because you wanted to watch Ricky Lake and I wanted to watch Maury?
Oh, God.
Because I had to know who the father was.
Ricky Lake used to be a talk show host.
That's what I'm talking
Wasn't
about.
it?
Yes. You doesn't ruin my story.
Sorry.
Yes, that's where I got it from. I didn't know if you were old enough to remember Ricky Lake.
Yes, my dad watched it. I can't remember. I know it was a talk show, but I can't remember what exactly was aired on those type of shows. I know Maury was like, who's your father? This one was more like, not paternity. It was more not fighting.
I think she just had random shit.
Maybe she did.
But you know what? I don't. If my history serves me correct, I don't think Maury was always a Who's Your Father show. Like, I don't think he started off like that. Cause he used to have like kind of normal shit. And he always brought that one psychic bitch out. And
he had makeovers shows and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he did. It's been a while. That's a long time ago. Now it's just the paternity test. And...
Give me my phone real fast.
Okay.
Because I want to look up
do you remember
what like Ricky Lake's show was.
You remember Phil Donahue?
No.
Oh God, he had a talk show. This was back in the day with Sally Jesse Raphael. Remember that one?
I know that name.
You remember when Oprah started?
Yes.
My mom used to watch the beginnings of Oprah.
Ew.
What's that? Oh, Geraldo Rivera had a talk show. Remember that one?
No.
I believe that was his show. He brought on a bunch of like Klan members or something and got in a brawl on stage and a chair got thrown at his nose. Broke his nose. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, old Geraldo. Now he's like on one of those news channels. But he's still got an epic mustache. I wish my name was Geraldo. Could you imagine calling me Geraldo in bed?
Ew.
Oh, Geraldo.
No.
Why? That'd be amazing. Oh, stick it in me, Geraldo.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh. Push my cervix to the side with your large cock, Geraldo. That'd be amazing dirty talk. We need to come up with like the cheesy dirty talk video.
Dating to meet a husband.
Dating to meet a husband.
Was her first episode.
Who's that?
Ricky Lake.
Oh. I honestly can't remember.
My parents want me out of their house. Rocky relationships. Pet obsessed spouses. Women wise men. Spouses battle over friends. Spouses trade jobs. Yeah, she had all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I thought it was like a little variety. Like, she didn't have like to my knowledge, she didn't have like a particular set of shit she did on the show. As a matter of fact, was Jerry Springer even all that crazy when he first came out?
No, all he had that was super crazy when he first came out was, what was that summer show? Jerry Springer, Girls Gone Wild.
I didn't even know he had that. Wow. Because I know it wasn't always as intense. Now, I knew there was fights. I remember when that was on the news. Because then they started to say like he could get arrested. Like he was holding legal fights on TV and no charges were pressed against anybody.
I swear that
or
was
some
Jerry
shit.
Springer, Girls Gone Wild.
Knowing Jerry Springer, that's probably true.
Days Gone Wild roast.
Who? Oh, I bet that was an interesting one. What's another good talk show that used to be on?
Montel Williams.
Montel Williams. I forgot about Montel. No, it was Montel that brought out the psychic. Not Maury.
Yes. Montel did have.
Yeah, that Sophia
psychic.
Brown or whatever,
Yes.
some shit. It wasn't Maury. I got my talk show host confused. Now you see Montel Williams on as these silly commercials and that Tommy Copper bullshit. Like, oh, the copper-infused fabric helps my joints. You know what helps my joints?
Eef.
What? When you put my legs up in the air and lick my asshole.
FFS.
That's all you can say about that?
Yes.
That happened the other night.
No, it did not.
God, that freaked me the fuck out, actually. You might get a leg kick out of the bed for that. What the fuck? Oh! I'd be screaming, like, everybody come running the door. What's going on in there? About to get my asshole licked. I had to get out of that situation. Shit. I know what comes out of my ass, and no one's mouth needs to be near it. I think you can concur.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine if I was a dude that liked it in the ass, because I shit so much. Like, it'd just be a messy ordeal. Yeah.
You're so gross.
I wouldn't be optimally suited for butt fucking. It just wouldn't. Butt fucking. It just sounds so powerful when you say that.
Yeah.
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 Sir, going to the doctor. So what seems to be the problem? Well, husband and I were butt fucking last night, and I think he ripped my sphincter. He's a little large and in charge, if you know what I mean. And I wasn't quite ready, like he was about to stick it in, and I coughed, tightened it up, and ripped. Yeah, that's a whole mess. Boy, that just kind of made me cringe.
And my stomach was already hurting, but thank you for that.
For what, butt fucking?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I mean, would you be optimally suited for butt fucking?
No.
Even if that was your thing?
No.
I don't, yeah, it's not something I can, no. That's like a question on a job application. Are you optimally suited for butt fucking? Like, what kind of job is this? This is fucking KFC.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to our job or our policies that we have in place, like no complaint policy.
Oh, yeah.
Because there ain't none of that bullshit.
No complaint policy. You know what I should say? You know, we need a policy at home. You need to stop poking me in the ass.
I haven't poked you in your butt this week.
Last week?
Well,
that was when I thought I was going to sit on something. I'm like, fuck, God, Jesus Christ, never clenched my cheeks together so fast. Yes, you know when you're about to sit on a chair, you think it's clear and there's actually something on the chair, so it like stops you before you get to the level
right
you think you should be
before,
sitting there. You're like, what the fuck is that? It could be like a box, a book, anything. It just freaks you. At least it freaks me out. Maybe some people are like, hey, not me. I don't dig that shit. She'd be like thinking it's funny. I'm like, she'll make me yell in this fucking store. Like,
Oof.
She's like, shut up. I'm like, well, stop poking me in the ass. The fuck? What do you expect me to do? Moan? Oh.
Oof.
You're like, look at that. Sorry. My wife poked me in the ass. It was nice. She's getting me ready for butt fucking.
FFS.
What?
No.
No, yeah, please don't. That'd just be awkward. I couldn't imagine being raped by a dude. As a dude. That'd just be weird. Like, you have to kill me.
It's weird for a guy to rape a woman. What are you talking about?
No, I know that, but I mean, like, you know you're about to get fucked in the ass. Like, I understand that.
Oh.
But I mean, how many dudes actually get raped by women? Probably happens more often than it's reported, but...
It probably does. Because then they decide they like it.
What was that movie with, oh God, it had it's called Disclosure. I think it was based on a partially true story about a dude that was, taken advantage of by a female boss at his job. And he was threatened he'd lose his job if he didn't fuck her.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that. I can't remember the dude's name. But yeah, I remember that used to be on HBO.
It does happen.
I was like, what the fuck?
Guys that get abused too, like by women that we were talking about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
that shit's not reported like it is with women.
No, it's not, because...
Guys won't report it because then they look like a pussy.
Well, there's that. Two, it's hard to be believed as a dude and say it's going to happen. Because it's hard as a dude for any... Like, women can just, like, come up with these allegations.
Yeah.
They can bang their head on a fucking wall. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, he punched me. Or these highly observant women see like they got some scratches on their hands and they go and fucking smash themselves with a fucking rock or something. Like, well, he hit me because he's got the marks on his hands. Like, they be some creative ass bitches.
Jesus.
He's like, what the fuck? I did that at work. I'm like, oh, and then he's going to jail. Like, it's nutty.
I would never even think about that.
Some women are fucking crazy. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. Like, you're like, oh, well. Like, especially like women are just looking for the opportunity. You know, there are women like that that do that. Like, I'm not saying that women are all bad, but there are some crazy motherfucking bitches, and there's some crazy dudes that would do the same thing to anybody, really. But yeah, maybe looking for an opportunity.
Do you think I could even ever do that?
What?
Like with the way I think about shit?
No, I don't think it would process in your head to even...
I can process all that.
Actually, I don't even think you could come up with a good enough story to corroborate what you were talking about.
No. I can't.
Like, I'd probably laugh about it. Like, you'd be like, I'm calling the cops on you. I'm like, for? Well, you did this. I'm like, and I'd be sitting in the living room with the kids the whole time. I'm like, okay. Like, I haven't even done nothing, and there's witnesses now to your shit. And you'd be like, well, this is what happened. I'm like, pretty much, you ask us, call. Okay? We've all sat here and watched. She came out here and said she's going to be a crazy bitch, and that's what she did. And I'm like, maybe like, God, your kids would be freaking out. Like, Mom, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Like, Mom, what's going on? Don't do that to Chad. They'd be shitty. Like, what the fuck? Mom's lost it. She's off a rocker.
I I can't imagine even trying to have to come up with that shit.
Yeah. It's fucking nutty.
Hell, I can't even think about logic shit most of the time.
Yeah. That's true,
and
too.
I have no sense of reality.
No, and boy, you know, I don't like to give you reality because it kind of scares me. Because you don't, and I'm like, well, I just don't think that would work. What do you mean?
And then you're like, well,
there's a time frame here, and I don't think we can actually get there to here in this time frame, and I don't think it's physically going to work. Okay, whatever.
I hate when you give me reality.
And I'm like, I'm just being honest. That's all I'm saying. Like,
not
I don't
even
physically.
That. It just I get frustrated because
it's not physically possible.
Reality.
Not physically possible.
Just like me trying to drive the kids to school in Greenfield, and you're like, yeah, that'll work, but until winter. Why you have to fucking say winter? Why does winter have to be fucking thrown in it? Well, you know, winter's going to happen.
And we're going to some shit days where it takes a long time to get to work and everything else, and then everybody's going to be late. And,
I mean, it's out the fucking window.
Yeah.
Because you just slapped me in the face with reality again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was before even working in Greenfield. So I was like, wait a minute, so we got to get here and then over here, which has made it worse, especially in winter. Like, there might be a chance, but damn, if it's snowy, someone's being late or we're all being late. I'm not being late because I ain't working. But, you know, like, well, shit happens when you party naked. That's the moral of the story. What'd you do? What'd you do? What?
Is it pulling out?
No. That's normal. Like, there's no threads ripped. I just think it's like that. Don't play with it.
It's hard not to.
There were no threads put in that spot. You're okay. Don't. It's hard not to do that. Jesus, it's like she looks at my dick. Like, it's hard not to touch it. She grabbed me before this video. I'm like,
well,
I'm like, well, you need stretched out. She's like, no. I mean, her legs.
I said something. I said, what did I say? I was like, something sounds good. And I was like, no, or that doesn't sound good, but this does.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm like, oh, so you want me to stretch your legs out? I meant legs, not vagina. And she's like, no, please don't. I'm like, don't grab my crotch. It's on now. Like, you've committed. You've committed.
I don't commit until I lay naked in bed or I throw my leg up all on it, and then you know.
This is true. It'd probably be an early night for bed again tonight.
It might be.
Yeah. I'm glad you slept good last night, though.
Oh, God. Oh,
she went to bed super early. She got her pills in, allergy pills, melatonin.
And thank God I had that Zoloft today dealing with them doctors, because I'm telling you what, I said, that's a big bunch of bullshit. And I was like, well, I'm just in a room in the middle of the office. I mean, the door's shut, but I don't know how soundproof it is.
A big bunch of bullshit. Boy, you guys would have fun watching Miss McStud on one of her rants on the phone. And sometimes if it's in the store, she's like, you might just want to stay out in the car. You're probably right.
I tell him if I'm going to embarrass him. Because I learned, like, from early on in our relationship, because, we've told this story multiple times. Yes. We'd always go to show me's and watch fights. And it's kind of like a Hooters. It's no longer around here, but it's kind of like a Hooters. But instead of their boobs, like, supposedly showing, Hooters don't bother me. But instead of wearing, like, their Hooters, you know, their shirt with their boobs half out, these people wore, like, what were they? Like, boy short things?
Something like that.
Mini shorts or whatever. Whatever.
They're equally as idiotic.
But there are a whole bunch of idiots working there. And this bitch came up. She took our drink order, so we were drinking beer.
It was a UFC night.
Yeah, UFC.
And it was busy because you could go in there without having to wait like you did at B-Dubs at that time. Yeah.
And then she comes back, probably 10 minutes later, and asks to take our order. And I said our beers are sitting up there on the counter, and there's no ice on the cups anymore.
Yeah, they're frozen glasses.
Could you get the fucking beer first? Like, can I have my drink first, and then I'll order? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, please.
They were okay before it got busy. Once it got busy, they didn't know how to handle
their wings, and their wings are stellar.
They're really good.
And Hooters probably have some of the best burgers and wings I've ever tasted. besides B-Dubs.
Mm-hmm.
But they have amazing fries, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they do.
So, yeah, a lot of women won't go with their dudes, but I will. I don't give two fucks. They're idiots.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want that for the rest of your life, you just go right the fuck ahead. Because they're going to be working at Hooters or Show Me's because that's the only place they're smart enough to work.
What was it? We're a big Little Dicky fans. And we used to go to, before he got big, we were at like small little venues. It was nice. It was like personal, it was up close, not a huge crowd. It was nice. And she called the radio one day because they're having a Dicky Bash downtown in Indy. And she fucking won tickets. I'm like, oh. Okay, so we were going around. Was that's the night we went to Hooters, wasn't it, for Dicky Bash? Because it was right across the street.
Yes.
Yeah, so we went to a Hooters downtown. And she'd never been there. I was like, Hooters is really fucking delicious. And you were impressed. She'd never been to Hooters.
And, well, all I've seen was like, all I've heard is women, I won't go to Hooters. What do I do? Or I see them commercials on TV where there's fake ass women standing out there. And I'm like, all these bitches look like this. So, like, I got to look at this while I'm trying to eat. But it wasn't.
And we tried to invite a couple guys we worked with before, and they wouldn't come out with us because their women didn't want to come to Hooters with them.
Or, like, no, Show Me.
Yeah, Show Me. I'm like,
their women wouldn't go to the Show
like, it's that deep? Damn. I'm sorry. Well, we'll have some drinks for you.
The only place I've never been is Twin Peaks.
I've never been to Twin Peaks either.
Is that kind of like a Hooters?
I have no idea. I've never been there. I don't know. I don't even know, to be honest.
They might have really good food.
I mean, they might. I've never been there. I don't know. Never thought. I don't ever hear anything about Twin Peaks. Other than we drive by it and maybe the occasional person will say, hey, you ever been to Twin Peaks? I'm like, no. And typically when I hear it, it's from guys that like titties or something. Like,
well, I never even knew what Twin Peaks meant until
honestly,
you showed me.
I didn't either.
You told me.
I always thought of the TV show, Twin Peaks, and I thought maybe it was just like a...
Well, it's a picture of a mountain, so I just thought of mountains. Like Twin Peak mountains, like...
Well, it's kind of like Hooters, though. No one really... At the time, I guess, if you never knew what a Hooters was, you wouldn't realize it meant tits. But I didn't know what Twin Peaks was. I still, to this day, we've never been there. Neither of us have ever been to a Twin Peaks, and there's no advertisements for Twin Peaks ever.
No.
It's just there. Like, there's like one location that I know of.
One. That's all I've ever seen.
And I might seen a couple people on my friends list say they're going to Twin Peaks, but other than that, never been there. No, hear anything about it. Nothing like that. No one ever says like, God, the food is amazing at Twin Peaks, which is kind of concerning.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't really hear anyone say, oh, the food's amazing at Hooters, and the food is amazing at Hooters. I'm sorry.
It is.
It's fucking delicious. So we might be missing out. But one thing we do miss out on is Cheddar's. We've only been to Cheddar's once. Cheddar's was fucking amazing. I could eat that motherfucker. There was so much different shit there too. I'm like, oh God, we've only been there once. It's been years. There's
one close to our house. Though. Or close.
Closer.
Obviously, we went down all the way to almost Kentucky.
Yeah, we were doing a casino down in southern Indiana.
Because I texted him, I was like, I need to get the fuck away.
Yep, so I set us up. I was trying to get us rooms at the hotel or at the casino, but they were a little pricey. But literally, you just come down from the fucking elevator and like it's a Vegas kind of thing. But the casino is not nearly as cool as Vegas. But still, you're right there. Like, oh, let's go down and play the slots if we can't sleep. But we can sleep. The problem with Indiana, though, is they stopped selling beer after 3. So we can still gamble if we want to. We just go back up to the room and drink and then come back down.
Yeah.
But, and the one we go to here in Anderson doesn't have a hotel, but they got a shuttle.
The other place, Shelbyville has a hotel.
Yeah.
But I want to really go to... My parents always used to go to fucking... What's that place called? I looked them up before.
The Riverboat?
French Lick.
Oh, French Lick. Yeah, French Lick has a really big one.
French Lick. And they always went to the Riverboat one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people go to the French Lick. I've never actually been to French Lick. But the casino and the hotel looks amazing.
I've been to French Lick.
Yeah.
Our kids would even enjoy going to French Lick.
Yeah.
Like, there's a train. That's where I rode the train out.
Yeah, to be honest, the only reason I ever knew about French Lick was because of Larry Bird. Because that's where he was from.
Yeah.
And then he went to Indiana State, and then obviously was an amazing NBA player.
But they have a little train that runs from, like, just through town and then back.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty cool as a kid.
Oh.
Like, we did that on the way back from Santa Claus World.
Holiday World.
Holiday World, Santa
Yeah,
Claus.
because you're not from Indiana. There's a town called Santa Claus, Indiana, and they've got a Holiday World, and I've never been there, but she has.
You've never been there?
No, I've never been to Holiday World.
It's kind of like, I'll say it this way.
Okay.
It's kind of like you're kind of Kings Island. Like, there's baby rides. Compared to Kings Island, there's baby rides. Like, there's not any huge... There's only 2 roller coasters in the whole place. The rest of them you could ride.
Yeah, I don't do roller coasters very well.
So you would probably do well with it.
Great. I'm more of a water park guy.
They have an amazing water park, too. They're known for their water park.
Yes, I like water parks.
There's major slides there, like very high.
Mm-hmm.
There's also this big, huge bucket that fills that you can stand under.
Oh, a lot of places have shit like that.
It's big. It's bigger than any of them I've ever seen.
No one's ever seen my
anywhere
bucket.
Else. Seriously?
No, I never. No, it's not like the one at like the splash pad that comes down.
Oh no, it's a lot bigger. It's like 3 times that size. It takes forever. It's in like a little kiddie area.
Yes, the full bucket of
It's
water.
been many years since I've been there. I'd love to go back. I'd love to take my kids.
Yeah, I like. Oh, they give you free soft drinks too there, don't they? And sunscreen.
Yes, there's that is included for everybody. You don't even have to buy a cup when you go in. There's just cups there. It's like a fountain machine, and you just walk through this little.
So what I need is like an ammo vest underneath my shirt that I can put little shots in. So every time I get a free drink, I can just pour the shot in, throw the shot away, and I'm good to go. What?
Free sunscreen, free. Maybe we should try to do that this summer.
Maybe. Yeah, I never knew that Santa Claus existed until my freshman year of college, and there was a guy, one of our buddies on the dorm. He was from Santa Claus, Indiana. I'm like, Santa, what the fuck? He was actually from there. Like, there's a Santa Claus.
Santa Claus typically is spelled with an E, though, correct?
No, that's the movie because it's called a clause, like a binding contract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's spelled the exact same way.
Yes. Yeah, just like what everyone typically knows as Santa Claus.
I always thought that was.
That's why the movie's called The Santa Claus. That's why when he puts a suit on,
I
he's
never
turning
got
into Santa.
that.
Really? After all these years, you never knew that?
I'm horrible as
Mrs. McStud learns something new all the time. Damn, I didn't realize. You didn't even catch that? Did you watch all 3 of them?
Yes.
And you never caught the whole claws thing? They go over it in detail. The little mane elf there, and the first one tells about like it's the claws.
Go ahead and give me an Excel document because I will beat your ass with that. But I don't.
What's that have to do with the movie?
Because I have no common sense some days. But any Excel document I can master.
Masturbate? Shit. Oh, Lord, I love you.
Said that on
Damn.
camera.
What, masturbate?
No, I didn't. Said I didn't know.
Oh, that's okay. We have these moments every once in a while. I've had these moments. Sometimes you're like, oh, that. I forget what the last time that was. Because I was kind of like, wait, what? Oh, I know. It was a whole enlarged clitoris thing. That, for my Lysandra character, they always said, and then you found out that that's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
I'm like, I had no idea. Like, it was, Lysandra is obviously kind of manly, and her bulge could be questionably a penis, but she calls it an enlarged clitoris. I never knew it was a real fucking term.
It really is.
And then she found out.
I had you look it up too.
Mm-hmm. Like, holy shit, all this time I thought I just made it up.
No,
and it's a real thing.
A guy was transitioning into a female.
Like, I knew there were enlarged clitorises, but this was like, like a dick, so I decided it's an enlarged clitoris. Because there are some women out there with massive clitorises.
I wish I had a massive clitoris.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can suck on it like a little dick?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, it would feel so good.
It doesn't already?
Yes.
Okay, well.
But you would be able to.
That's like.
If it could just stick out a little more.
Oh, I just wish I could suck my wife's little lady dick. What the fuck? I'm sure there's some dudes that enjoy that shit. I'm just like, it's like a little dick. and I'm putting it in my mouth, but it's totally a pussy, but that's like a little dick right there. I'm like, so I'm essentially sucking a little dick.
Well, I don't think that would turn you off anyways. Not on a female.
I would be weird.
Because you really enjoy that.
What?
Part.
I do enjoy the oral part, but damn, when it's like a dick in my nose. I mean, shit, that changes the game. It could be like if if it was dark and I'm trying to like, like get my face down there and then like it pokes me right here in the nostril. I'm like, got the clit dick in the nose.
That's ridiculous.
Like, so what'd you do all last week, Harold? Well, we were both off work, so I sucked my wife's clit dick. That sounds special. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you guys got some free time and good quality love making in.
Clit dick.
Yeah, the clit dick. Anyways, do you have anything else to add to that?
No.
I'm McStud.
I'm Mrs. McStud.
We'll catch you bitches tomorrow for Thirsty Hoe Thursday. Because you're the thirsty hoe.
No.
You're my hoe.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not a hoe.
Yeah, you bring home the bacon.
You.
Damn, that was nice. Deuces, bitches.